Welcome, y'all. Welcome in. I'm coming in this morning with another video from yesterday. You know how my video went out on me. But anyway, I just want to welcome y'all back to the platform, to my platform. And I just want to say something from my conversation yesterday. You know, yesterday how we was talking about the goals and the meet goals and um, what the goals are and the me goals are, which I told you the goals is the people who rule over a land. It's a person who rules over. And me goals is the Russians, okay? And how it was prophesied to us, how it was brought to us. And this is why we have to go back to the root of things and get, um, because this is why we have to go back to the root of things and get things um, from the root, because things that's taking place, things that's happening in this world and on this earth is something that already happened. It I don't want, yeah, it's been going on from since BC's, I want to say, and it's all wrapped around, the scriptures. And I want to say that's what the scriptures are for. The scriptures are for us to go back and understand things and the way of living, so we can have a better understanding of what we go through. Because I'm gonna tell you something, they're not gonna tell us. They already have us in a state where we're an illusion, and they're not gonna tell us anything referring to, what's really going on in this world. They don't want us to know that. Remember, they want to try to keep us in this captivity state of mind. And those who's trying to get out this captivity state of mind and out this bondage, those the people that have hard times, because they know we're digging, we finding answers, we trying to, you know, uh, figure it out. And they don't like that. They don't like the fact that we're trying to come up with solutions and figure things out. Well, I just feel, in a sense, you can't be lost. We can't be lost sheets forever. We have to be able to come to a conclusion with ourselves that things just don't add up. That's what made me really get into going deeper into my scriptures, going deeper into life itself, because things to me just don't add wasn't adding up. And this is why um we have another sense there. And that last sense was blocked out through a vision of somebody or them, or rewriting it and retelling it and all that. It was told in a way to to bring in a lot of confusion among uh particular people. You know what I'm trying to say. So my whole thing to that was, what I was trying to express myself on yesterday about this message about this war is because I really honestly meditate, and I went to spirit and asked spirit to show me what is this war wrapping around. Because you know we need to know. We know we're not going to get the truth. So that's the best way to go. When you pray, you meditate, whatever way you call upon your auras and your auries, and uh whatever way you do that is fine, but it still all adds up to the same thing. But it's getting an understanding on, in life, where we standing, where we at. People. I just look at life like people walk around and you know live this temptation life, which I keep saying I'm gonna bring that video on temptation, which I am. And living under this illusion, and they just don't know how real this really is. they don't, people don't understand this is real. This stuff is not something that's hokey doke, it's a real factor. It's real. So I just, I never thought I'd be the one on here on a platform like talking about this, or telling a story, or giving my story, or sharing my stories about, you know, how I'm guided to telling my side and my story to things. I never thought that, but because I know this is my purpose and this is the will that I'm to, the way I should go, I'm gonna go this way and try my best to get you uh out this dark shell of this captivity, to bring awareness so you could be able to research and go and find things out and read it for yourself, because honestly it's all right there. It's all in our faces. We just have to build ourselves up and get out this state of mind of this way that we was taught to think that everything is wrong. You do this is wrong. We have to stop thinking that, because it's not. In a sense, it's not. You have to go about it every way you could go about it to understand and learn what we really going through in this world, and you have to open up to receive it. Whether it's bad or good, you just have to open it up and receive it. So yeah, I want to come back with that, because I was, like I was telling you, this this is something that's took place once, back in from the root. The Russians have been, trying to win over, or when Ezekiel telling his little story, brought to prophecy that this is going to happen again, because whether you believe it or not, things happen generation by generation, get passed on. And the generation that was set in captivity, this captivity and this bondage was us. And the reason why we are so confused with it, because we was led. They took everything, they wrote it the way they wanted to write it, so we could believe it's this way. So this is why we're learning things in the way that we are learning things, and trying to download things the way we're downloading things, because it was all about the way our generation was, you know, left behind on. Like, for instance, there may be certain things in my generation through my line that people didn't tell me that should have been told, that we don't know. We only know this way, or we only learned that way. You feel what I'm saying? So we don't really, you don't really know, and this is what make us stuck in that captivity, because everybody wants to live under that way which they was taught from their generation, and generation to generation, and the way we was brought up. But not thinking that the way we was taught, the way we was brought up, they didn't even know. They didn't know if they didn't go back and research and go deep and find out, you know, where we really come from, our identity, who we really are. They just go by what they was taught, or what somebody else told us, instead of going into the information, or going into things to really find out how it really was, or how it really go. Because as I start, searching and diving into this stuff and learning, I start seeing things. I start seeing things at a different standpoint. When I really start going into listening, learning other scholars, teaching the real way to understand life itself as a person, you know, under a certain race. I don't want to say it like that, but it's true. But under a certain race, and not really understanding what's going on. Why are we going through this stuff? The highlights of it. So when you really research and, you know, gear yourself to scholars and different things that will lead you and open the door to you to find out things, then you learning. It's a learning process. Everything is a learning process. And I just feel that, learning things and opening up your knowledge and understanding on things, you have to be willing to dig. You have to be willing to learn deeper, because it is deeper. That's why I tell people, I don't like when people argue with people about certain stuff. If you have no wisdom, knowledge on how you gonna argue with them about it. If you haven't went down and dig and really researched it, how you gonna know? Because you're going by what somebody else say, or how they learn, or the way they learn. That's not to me an answer of saying, you know, how or learning, or trying to judge somebody because somebody else know or have the wisdom and the knowledge to understand and know what's really taking place or what's going on. So I just feel, in a sense, um, this is what this is all about. This is why spirit bring to me and keep bringing it to me. They have to go back to the root of things. The root of things is very important, for us to go back to. I know some people don't want to go back to the root and find out things, but we have to go back to the root, especially if you in this spiritual, if you care. I mean, there's some people that really don't care. Some people say, "Oh, I'm just living life. I don't care about all that." How you not gonna care? This is what I don't understand. I used to be in a have a sense of way like that, where we just living life. It don't matter, We just no. It's very important that we understand, as people, color, people of all nations, to understand where we really come from, because we do come from a place, and we are somebody to, you know uh um to the world. We have meaning to the world, and we just have to know, you know get out of our ways, get out of those shells, that the ways we was taught. Because honestly, the way I think, when I look at certain generations as to come down from generations to generations to generations to generations, I feel that we was not given the proper structure when it comes to unity among ourselves, among everybody. Our unifying is very off balance, when it comes to unifying, coming together as one. I feel that, we should learn more how to unify ourselves among each other, without having grudge, or without having hatred, or without being jealous of one another, without um feeling someone, or she's better than me, or they're better than us. And I feel once we unify ourselves in that manner and in that way, I feel our side would start opening up and seeing things in a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? There are a lot of people that's trying to get it out there to us and teach us the right way. But that's only up to you to go and scout it and find that out. A lot of this stuff that I be bringing you, I do research, but I learn, you know. But I tell people, if you don't believe what people say, Google it. Google gonna tell you what it is. Google is gonna let you know what you're learning, like the goals and the me goals. I did it. Somebody said goals and me goals, but they didn't go into the telling what a go and a me go is. I don't know what that is. They just read Ezekiel's and they'll tell you all about the goals and me goals. Well, what the goals and the me goals are. But it was up to me to go research and find out what a go and me go is in the Bible. And I never thought of it in that sense. You know what I'm saying? I never thought of it in that sense. So it's up to us to be able to research. But I'm about to go. My video about to go out, and I just want to say subscribe, hit the bell, and share, and comment. We can have more discussions. Thank you.